Alright. Um, Today I want to do something a little bit different from what my channel normally is about. Not that's really about anything, because I hardly upload anything at all, and it's always completely different. So I don't know why I'm saying that. Um, it's not going to be too uncommon from what's happening in the world lately and what everybody has had to be talking about constantly. Um, how this country is an absolute shit show. It's just falling apart constantly, and I'm just sick of not saying anything about it. I post shit about on Twitter all the time, but it's mostly my personal life. But this country is just it's not something I'm proud of. It's not something I've almost ever been proud of. I've never been a proud American, and I don't care how many people that may or may not piss off. Um, I just got done watching a video, John Oliver's latest video about RNC. And I'm going to put it in the link in the description below. I'm going to put a link in the description below. Ugh. But it really helped put things in perspective for me because I didn't know too many details about what's happened over the past week until now. So I tried to avoid it. I'm in a bad enough state of mind as is, and I didn't want anything to do with any more tragedy and bullshit, but it's all that is these days, and it's become impossible to avoid. Um, I'm just, I'm sick of it. I'm gonna say a million times, I'm tired of all this indifference between people, how people are hate mongering constantly. People just want to be accepted, and people are just keep gnashing at them because they're, quote, different from what they're typically used to. But I just want us all to get along. At the end of the day, I know that's impossible. But I just want everybody to be treated with the same amount of respect as they would treat anybody else. Look at what they are as a person rather than what they look like, what they define as. Because if you're gonna hate someone, hate them personally. Hate them for what something they did to you personally. Have a reason that they personally offended you. Don't hate on a broad scale. Don't hate one whole group of people just because someone in that group happened to offend you, or just because they're different. You don't even have a reason to hate one of them. You just hate them because of what they are. That's not a good thing. Um, there's a lot I want to say. There's a lot I have to say, and it's going to be a lot about the emotional taxing side of it than it is what's statistically happening. Statistics might come up at some point, but I've seen too much bullshit recently. I've seen way too much stupid, disgusting, asinine bullshit that people are getting away with shit that nobody should get away with, and then there's people who are losing their lives because of something most people would hardly get $100 ticket for. Like, it's stupid. It's ridiculous. Like, there's no equality in justice, and there's no justice in general at this point. Like, it's just everybody's being treated different for being different, for being something that's, quote, different, than what everybody else is used to. And I'm not saying everybody, I shouldn't say everybody, but thankfully it doesn't happen a lot in my town. It happens occasionally. I know I work in a fucking Turkey Hill. I work at a gas station. I would know some of my customers' beliefs because I've seen the Trump masks, I've seen the Trump hats, I've seen the Confederate flag masks, and it hurts my soul every time I see one because there's nothing redeeming about it. There's no good way to go about it. It's it's heinous. It's disgusting. It's representing something that represents hate and excluding minority. At which point is hardly even the minority anymore. They're just being treated as less. There are so many people who are in the quote minority just by the way they're treated, not by their number. And that sickens me. I'm I'm I hate to say this. It's gotten to the point where I have to say it, and I know I'm gonna get backlash for it, but I really don't care. The actions of people with my skin complexion have made me ashamed of my skin complexion. Like, I don't even want to be white anymore. That's how bad it is. Like, I know I don't have a lot of ground to stand on with this. I'm not good at this talking thing, but I talk to myself all the time, but I'm not good at talking in front of a camera. No, it's just I'm ashamed to be white. I'm just gonna say I'm just ashamed to be white. I can't help that I'm white, but I'm ashamed to be because when this whole Black Lives Matter thing, which I support, avidly support, when it all started, there were a few people on the street of my hometown, small town, but there was a few people that looked at me different. The second it started, the second I walked down the street, I could tell I was being visually judged just because of the color of my skin. And I'm not saying that, oh, white people are being oppressed. No, I'm not saying that. I'm ashamed to be put under that same status. Ah, shit, my lamp fell over. My lamp is on a fucking bed right now, so it's not gonna stay up straight. I'm just trying to. One second. Let me try to adjust this in a way that's gonna. Sorry. Let me just try to. Here. I'll set it behind my computer. Oh god, there's gonna be glare going off my glasses the entire time, but I really don't care. Um, I forgot what I was on about. Right, they were looking at me differently. I'm. I get it. The town I'm in is very rednecky, and for anybody who doesn't know what that means, it means that people are very like old-fashioned farmer folk that are caught hundreds of years ago. They're very old-fashioned people, and I don't like being in this town. I um I love the small town feel, but the people lately have just been growing more and more just intolerable to me. Like a lot of people don't do super bad things that I know of, but the way they believe and the way that they think is just disgusting, and it's just like they believe in a hate monger. They believe that they can do whatever they want because of their privilege, and I don't think I can do what I want. I don't. I want to lash out and I want to do a lot of stupid shit, but I'm not going to. And it's definitely not because of my skin color. It's because I'm ashamed of it. I don't want to be looked at this way. And I have a lot of friends in town. Don't get me wrong. All skin colors, all genders. Just, I'm telling you, people generally get along with me because I don't look at what they are as a difference. I take it as these people are stronger than me for what they've been through. They deserve my respect. I know I posted about it on Twitter a bit ago, but on a random post that somebody made. The other day, I saw someone who was transgender for the first time in a while. Because there's not a lot in town, not at least that I see. And I felt happy the entire time. I told them before they left that I thanked them. They warmed my heart that day. Just by being there. And because they're brave people for what that is, for what they're doing. I know it's something that they feel like they wanted to do, they desired to do, and they felt like they needed to do, and to go along and do that when they knew that society would ridicule them for it is just, they're stronger than me. Because I may not be the picture perfect thing of society, but I'm not as strong as they are. They amaze me. They genuinely amaze me, and I can't help but be happy every time I see them happy. Like every time I see them out and about and having a good time, I can't help but smile. And it's just, I'm sick of having to look at them for something to be stronger because of the reason that they have to be. They have to be stronger because society doesn't look at them nicely. Society doesn't look at a lot of people nicely just because they're not what you call the social societal norm, or the, I would say, biblical norm, meaning not by God's design kind of thing. People look at them very differently. And I'm sick of that happening. Because honestly, the people that have like that change, that difference from what normal society thinks it is, it's amazing. Like, I'm not straight. I'm gonna get that clear. I'm not straight at all. I'm not very romantic to begin with, but seeing people take so much pride in what they are, regardless of what society thinks, is amazing to me. It's just sheerly amazing. And I'm gonna bounce back now to the darker side of this. It's gonna get back to the all this racist shit that's been going on, all these supporters of basically the modern day American Hitler, and you know, that in general. Because I see a lot of similarities between our president and his following to Hitler and his following in early Nazi Germany. I see a lot of matches in those signs, and nobody else seems to see them. Um, yeah, I'm gonna get backlash for calling Trump Hitler, but honestly, who hasn't called him Hitler that doesn't like him at this point? Um, obviously a racist, avid racist. That's just how it is. He's a liar. He came in saying he was going to fix the country, and the country was sick of a broken country. So when people decided to, when one old man said he was going to fix everything and labeled the scapegoat, obviously a lot of people were excited beyond belief because having one person deal with all their problems is better than them having to deal with their problems. Which is ridiculous, but it's the same thing with Hitler. If you watched Oversimplified's video on Hitler, which I might just leave that one in the description too, I don't know. But when a white man with a bold personality came out and said he was going to fix everything and had a scapegoat, of course everybody wanted it because the country was broken. They didn't want to deal with their problem. It's very similar, and people are also as like similar to Hitler's Germany to now. There were followers that believe in his views that were as racist as him. There are people who are as racist as Trump and actively give out his views. There are people that believe in what his political game is, but not necessarily those extremist beliefs. Same with both Hitler and Trump. And then there were people just wanted it fixed and just ignored the bad shit, which, you know, people of the same party but not of the same belief. Again, it's so similar and it's disgusting to me that nobody can see that. But done with calling Trump Hitler for now. Kenosha. I'm gonna say this. What happened in Kenosha? It's just no. No, I don't even want to talk about it because of how bad it was. Like, Jesus Christ. I don't even know that much about it, and what little I know about it is just disgusting to me. Someone getting away with shooting 2 protesters easily and being allowed to leave because of his skin color. And then someone gets shot 7 times in the back in front of his kids for being black. That is. No. That just doesn't. It doesn't work. We're supposed to be equal. We are supposed to have the same rights. We are supposed to hold on to our values the best we can. We're all meant to be treated the same regardless of how we look or what we are. Because we are all human at the end of the day. And even for those that don't necessarily define as human, it's good on them. I'm sick of people being treated differently for looking different, for being different than what the person accusing them is. I know I've probably said I'm sick of like a million times already. This video has gone on 18.5 minutes, and I'm gonna be talking for a while, and I get people in town every so often that are anti-Black Lives Matter, are anti-trans rights, homophobic, that I have to deal with on a daily by daily basis at work that I quite frankly don't want to deal with, because I need to act like I'm just a baseline white man, just so they will accept my answer and bugger off, but I'm not. I'm going to make my views here very clear. Very clear. I'm an anarchist. Let's get the big one out of the way. Government is corrupt, outdated. I'm even on board at this point with us like completely dismantling the government and putting a better one back together. I'm anti-government, but at this point, if we're just gonna make a better one, like one that's not as fucking chaotic and broken, I will take that at this point. Like, up before this, and up even to a couple weeks ago, I just wanted the government to just shut down and fuck off. And now it's like, listen, we just need a solution, okay? We need it fixed. I don't care if it shuts down. I just need this chaos to fucking stop. This chaos needs to just stop, go away, and it just needs to stop. Like, that's it. That's it. I'm typically anti-government, but if we're just gonna let's just fuck the old one and get a better one. Honestly, that's fine by me at this point because it's just too much. Like, I know that breaking the government down completely and leaving it that way is not a good thing right now. Unfortunately, we don't need any more chaos as is. We just need to fix the old, outdated system. Because I'd rather have a system that's repaired than a system that's broken or no system at all in a time like this. Let's get to my religious standpoint because this is I'm gonna point out all my fucking things that people are not going to like, and I really don't care because most of my friends probably will agree semi or at least empathize with what I believe in. And for those that don't, I'm sorry, never were my friends to begin with. But now I want you to hear me out on this before you judge what I say because it's not what it sounds like for those who are uneducated about this. Atheistic Satanist or satanic atheist, I don't remember which one it is, how you phrased it, but Satan in there is just a flavor word. It doesn't mean I believe in Satan. It's an overall belief that of what he represented to some people and to me is free will, free thought, and freedom of choice. There was no free will before him, and it's a idea that not I'm not obligated to believe in a god or a master. I am the curator of my own life. I'm allowed to believe in what I want to believe in. It's basically the freedom of thought, the freedom of belief incarnate. That's what it is. I believe in self-choice. That's what it is. The freedom of the self not being held down by any fixed belief. And I know that's probably, it sounds, what it's called sounds bad to people, but really it's one of your amendments: freedom of belief, freedom of speech, and freedom of expression. It's literally those freedom. That's what it is incarnate. It's what it means to be a human that is different than the rest. That doesn't want to be part of the herd. That wants to be different for a reason. Okay, so now that we got my political beliefs and my religious beliefs out of the way, I'm just gonna say trans rights matter, Black lives matter. Lives matter, okay? And this is my belief, and this is something I'm going to say. Your life matters until you put another's life under yours. Meaning, it's the equal until one believes they're superior. If you feel like you are superior to someone, if you feel they're inferior to you, you suddenly become inferior to them. Now, it basically means people with a superiority complex become inferior just because they believe something that's not necessarily true. And I know I'm babbling left and right. This video is going on 25 minutes now. But There are people who genuinely believe that just because of what they are, that they're better than someone else. And they don't realize that the higher up they think they are, the lower they actually are. Because you become scum by placing yourself above another person. Unless that person is proven to be lesser, which proven, personally proven, meaning fascists, racists, just basically people who are just sexist, racist, or any ists really, just any against any particular group of people. People who just hate mongers basically are lesser than other people, and that's a well defined rule. Because the only thing I'm racist against is if racism was a race itself, which is a bit ironic and a bit stupid to say, but I'm racist against racists. Oh my. Who shouldn't be? Because let's face it, they're just here to spread hate, they're just here to make our lives harder. And honestly, there's no real point being there. I want to go back to the day where I believed that the minorities were actually minorities by number, not by public opinion. Because it used to be that there were lesser groups, people who were of lesser quantity than of lesser value. And I'm here to say that I don't believe anybody of any race or gender or sexuality is of any lesser importance than another. Every single person has a chance to be a good person. Every single person has a chance to be somebody, regardless of what they look like or what they are. And this country is not treating it like that. This country is treating it like your skin's different. Oh, cool. But that doesn't make me any less of a person. Oh, you changed your gender. That doesn't make me any less of a person. You're a man or you're a woman or you're something else. Like, I'm not less of a person for it. It's ridiculous. I've not been able to wake up before 3 in the afternoon lately because I don't want anything to do with society. I just want to shut up, lay in my bed, dream in my head, and cry myself to sleep because of how fucked up this world is and how consistently fucked it has been. It's been hundreds of years. You think it's changed? No. As humans, we have not evolved. Okay? Our technology has gotten better. The only thing about us evolved is our comprehension of technology, not who we are as people. In that case, most of us have devolved. And I wanted to cry several times throughout this. I almost cried several times throughout this little speech. Little speech. It's almost 30 minutes. Uh, no. I I love every group of people. Okay, except for racists, obviously. But I hate that I have to make it clear that I hate racists. I hate that I have to say that outright. But no, a lot of my family is Trump supporters. A lot of my family is the opposite of what I believe in. To be right, to be morally correct, and what should happen. I'm different than the rest of them, and I really wish that I didn't have to be so frustrated about it. But it eats away at my consciousness every night because Why is something that's right by heart such a socially unacceptable thing? Like, I get it. Change is scary, but it needs to happen. I'm rambling on at this point, so I'm posting a link to this on Twitter. I'm gonna be linking my Twitter in the description, you know, everything. And I'm gonna leave this here before I go on the same tangent for another 30 minutes. So I hope everybody's getting through this okay. This fucking pandemic. Cause I didn't even mention that once. And I hope this fucking race sex war ends soon. Because change needs to come, regardless of what those fucking higher ups want. It needs to come, and it needs to come now. Because, believe it or not, I'm not ready to deal with this again for several more months. I don't even want to live in the town I live in. I don't even want to live in the house I live in. But I do. I'm literally, if you can't tell by the ramshackle here stuff here, I'm living in an attic. A poorly put together attic at that, but it's my only space away from people. But no, before this video takes 10 hours to download, I'm just gonna, or upload, I'm gonna leave it here. For real this time. I'm leaving a link to John Oliver's video down below. And, my Twitter and everything, you know, all that stuff. I'll even leave a link to John Oliver's channel because you can learn a lot of shit there on Last Week Tonight. If anybody's learning that from me. But yeah. I hope you're all doing alright. We will make it through this. And everybody who's lost family, lost friends due to the disease or police brutality or just any of these fucking travesties, I'm hoping the best for you. And if it was a feasible option for me to go out there and change the world and do all that shit, if I could, I would. But you're all in my heart. And I hope that you have a decent day. I'm not going to say a wonderful day or a great day. I'm just hoping that today doesn't kick you in the ass like it has kicked me in the ass and everybody in the ass for months now. So, at that, this video is 33 minutes long. Everybody have a good day, good evening, whatever time of day it is, wherever you are. You have a good day, and I hope the best for you. Sincerely. Alright. Peace.